My name is Benji, and today marks day 3 of the Skyrim book tour. We are in Whiterun. It has been a crazy journey so far. Obviously, we started in Helgen. Lots of stuff happened there. People as well. They showed me like a torture room, and I'm fighting spiders for my life.
Easy.
There, Riverwood was a better experience.
Must have scared them off.
Fell from the side of a mountain.
What's going on? And who's this?
Okay, come inside then.
I did leave early in the morning to get to Whiterun, however, because anytime I tried to enter my room, the innkeeper just chased me.
Give me a mug of ale. Coming right up.
It was weird. There was a bookshelf. Maybe I was in the wrong room, but there was a bookshelf in my room, and you know, I was just trying to read the books, but it was like, it requires a key to open. I'm like, it's a bookshelf. What do you... Anyway, had to leave. So, hit the road pretty early in the morning. Encountered like my third wolf in a 24-hour period. Did beat this wolf. Felt kind of bad about killing the wolf, although the wolf was trying to kill me, so I used the skills that I learned from the Reanimate Zombie book that I read, that I bought in Riverwood, and the wolf came back. Calling him Wolfie. He now exists as like my spirit ghost animal. That's pretty cool. He howls anytime he kills something. So that's been kind of an interesting, fun ride. I'm getting into like Whiterun, and I'm like, okay, well, now that I've got like a wolf companion, it should be a little bit safer. Should be better. And I see this literally giant person out in the distance. I'm like, what's going on? He's like kicking at people, and so I run out there, and like there's this whole group that is like taking him out. Some woman gives me some slack for her. Her name's Ayla.
Well,
she's like,
of.
oh, if you were like anything other than like half a human being, you would have attacked the giant, which I thought was ridiculous. Like, you don't know me? What are you talking about? You don't know who I am, but yeah, it did hurt my feelings a little bit. When she left, I tried to reanimate the giant just to see if I could do it. It was a no-go. Wolfie, once again, conjured himself to me, and I realized, oh, this is like a long-term relationship. Cool. So, anyways, trying to enter Whiterun, and they're like, you can't just enter Whiterun. There's dragons out. I'm like, oh, so you guys already got the news. They're like, what news? And I'm like, oh, yeah, I have news for you about the dragon stuff in Helgen, so I would take that. And so then they do let me into the city, in the form of like, oh, I'm a news carrier. So I get to appear before the Jarl, and the Jarl, like, I'm like, do I tell him I'm here for the book signing? Like, I feel like I should. At the same time, like, I guess they just weren't going to let me into the city if that's all I was here for. And so I tell him about the dragon stuff first, and immediately he's like, oh, you deal with dragons. Good. Come talk to my mage. And so I go talk to the mage. And the mage is like, oh, hey, I have like a abandoned, like, dungeony tunnel thing for you to go check out. And I'm like, I just want to sign books. And they're like, we can't understand what you're saying, sir. Are you here to kill dragons or not? I'm like, no. And they're like, well, you're going. So I'm like, okay, I'll go. Mostly because I'm like stuck a little bit. Like, they're not gonna let me out of the city unless I go do this. They're not gonna let me back into the city for the book signing unless I do this. So okay, let's get it done. You know, I've done my fair share of like cave dives. Not like, you know, lose your family cave dives, but like caves. I've been in caves and I've swam. And I've swam inside of caves, so that's got to be worth something. You know, they didn't even actually bring up swimming. Hopefully it's not a part of this. But anyways, I'm off to Bleak Falls Barrow, I think is what it was called. And so I'm like working my way around the mountain. Me and Wolfie are like killing other wolves left and right. Because there's just like, by the way, this place is littered with wolves. Like, lots of wolves. If you were worried about the wolf population, don't be. They're all here. They love it. Apparently, they are the dominant species. They're not even a little bit afraid of humans in this environment. They'll just come right at you. Make it to Bleak Falls Barrow. Turns out there are bandits waiting for us, trying to break in. But for some reason, like, very few of them do. There's 2. When we get inside, there were 2 bandits, okay? Everyone else was just chilling outside in the cold, wearing nothing more than tank tops and, like, skirts. But, Wolfie and I we get through it. Did some pretty damaging things, honestly. I only have enough magic to like really use one hand right now, and I thought I had enough for just both hands to kind of be casting the whole time, and so I had to use my fists. Not pretty, not proud of it, not what I thought I was doing today. So, but we made it. Get inside, and look, okay. I understand that in some kind of sense I'm a necromancer at this point because I have raised this wolf from the dead, but there are actual undead things, like undead people in these caves. Like, what did you send me to? How did you not break this down that this was going to happen? For something that may or may not be here? Crazy. They've got swords. Someone buried them with swords and shields and full-on, like, military garb. Like, in their chainmail they were buried. Like, dang. Whatever kingdom they were in was rich. Crazy rich. I also got attacked by rats. I think I was poisoned at some point by a giant spider. I got brain rot from some axes that were swinging back and forth because they also built that in their tombs. This is not a place that you take your loved ones, right? Like, you won't go and see your wife here because if you do, you'll get axed in half. So, like, bury your enemies in this place, right? But anyways, make it through all of it, and then this wall has these like cryptic writings on it. For a minute I almost go blind staring at them, but then I'm okay. And then all of a sudden, like, one of the big bad undead guys is attacking me. Jeez. Guy, do you not know what kind of day this has been? I mean, look at you. What kind of day have you had? Is this what you want to do? Can we just talk about the weather for a minute? Have you even seen what it's like outside? It's not great. There's a lot of wolves. But, like, really? So I summon Wolfie. I punch him. I use a mace, even, that I picked up from one of the dead guys. And then I do a lot of running until my health regenerates. So I start feeling okay again. I'm a little more limber. And then, you know, I repeat that cycle until he's dead again. And would you look at that? He had the stone tablet. Oh, totally forgot to mention this. There was this dude, Arvin the Swift. He had the dragon claw on him. So glad that he got caught in that spiderweb. If he had not, I would not have been able to enter into this place. So it's like really fortunate that the dude who was actually going to get the dragon stone from this place showed up. I guess like a day before I did, because he wasn't dead in the web. He was ready to go. Still had enough energy to run away from me after I saved him. But if he wasn't there, I wouldn't have gotten in. So really, really convenient. Thank you, Arvin the Swift. Sorry you died. Glad it wasn't at my hand. Those Draugrs are freaky. Why'd you run away from me? So many questions, but I'm going back to Whiterun tomorrow to see if I can finally do my book tour. I'll catch you guys in the next one.